Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
In the future UFC welterweight champion, Darren Till says he'll rematch Stephen Thompson if the UFC wants him to. Now, I don't know if the UFC will want him to. Hell, I don't know if the fans will want him to. But I definitely could see where a rematch might come into play. Now, it wasn't the most exciting fight. That's why the fans might not want to see it. But Stephen Thompson went over to Liverpool. Darren Till missed weight. And then on top of that, a lot of people felt like Stephen Thompson won the fight. But Darren Till won the decision. So people feel like it could have been because you were fighting in Liverpool. The judges were, a little bit of home cooking. Or whatever reason. But Darren Till got his hand raised and Stephen Thompson won the fight. So that's where people might want to see a rematch. Because maybe, and Stephen Thompson has said this, I would like to fight him. I went over there and fought him in his home. Now I'd like to fight him in my backyard or fight him over here in my home. See how it goes. Also, what if Darren Till doesn't miss weight? What if he cuts to 170 pounds, 171 pounds, and maybe his performance might be just a little bit different against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. So there's some circumstances that could be different, and maybe Stephen Wonderboy Thompson could get his #1 contender spot back from Darren Till with the win if the rematch were to happen in, say, a neutral ground or even in America, wherever. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has asked the UFC recently for a fight in, I believe, North Carolina, his hometown. And if not North Carolina, maybe Madison Square Garden. But I believe he asked for a potential Robbie Lawler matchup. Because, Darren Till, I'm sure Stephen Wonderboy Thompson would like that as well. But I don't know if that's really the path. Like I said, the fans, it wasn't the most entertaining fight. So that might be a hard one, to get people excited for. So maybe it can happen again in the future for sure. I would like to see that fight again, definitely with those circumstances being what they are. But this is what Darren Till had to say. He said, I saw the interview he did, and also, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson did an interview, and he talked about the leg kicks of Darren Till. Some people feel like those are dirty. And he said he feels like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson wants leg kicks banned, and that's not what Stephen Wonderboy Thompson said. He didn't say he wants leg kicks banned. He was just talking about he felt like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was targeting his knee. He feels like maybe kicks to the knee should be banned. Not just leg kicks, but that's what Darren Till said. Darren Till, he's a guy, he has a little bit of trash talk, but I think he was just having a little bit of fun when he said he wants leg kicks banned. But I definitely see his point. He says, I saw the interview he did. If he wants leg kicks banned, why don't we ban spinning kicks to the face while we're at it? I was not trying to hurt his knee. I was trying to deaden his leg to stop him from using it. That was my strategy. I know he had surgery on his left knee, and I was not trying to cause him another injury in that area, but this is a fight, and we're in the most brutal sport in the world. In my opinion, you can't really come out and say you want this thing banned or that thing banned. And Darren Till's got a good point, man. Darren Till landed a lot of solid kicks. You can see just in this picture, it was a kick to the right leg. It ain't like he was just going in there kicking at the left leg all night. Oh, I'm going to get that knee. I'm going to get that knee. Oh, I'm about to kick that knee again. He was kicking him all around his legs. And it wasn't even all of them in the knee. Even on one of the kicks, when I was looking for the thumbnails for this video, on the left leg, it was like above the knee, like on the calf. And that's a strategy, you know what I'm saying? Leg kicks are a strategy, especially against a guy like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who's trying to maybe blitz in and knock you out. He's using a lot of that power in those legs to try and blitz in and finish the job or counter strike. So if you can deaden his legs and prevent him from being able to utilize his game plan, that's smart on the part of Darren Till. So I don't think Darren Till was intentionally kicking at his injured knee to, being a dirty fighter. I think he was just being, throwing a diverse array of strikes. Darren Till being somewhat of a striker himself, but more Muay Thai. And with that length that he has, right? Tyron Woodley ain't throwing those leg kicks at Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's a different fighter. But Darren Till's throwing leg kicks to soften them joints up. So with that being said, Darren Till continued. He said, if a rematch with Thompson is what the UFC wants me to do, then I'll do the rematch. If he wants another fight, it'll be different this time. I'll be much stronger. If he wants it, he can have it. I'm not one for turning down a fight, especially not a rematch. Darren Till definitely is not one to duck his motherfucking taco. Now, the UFC might, save him in a sense, and they might stop now, but that's just how people felt leading up to the Wonderboy Thompson fight. And even if it's just because it was a business thing, there was some welterweight contenders like Kamaru Usman that was looking for a fight at one point, and Darren Till said he would fight him, but it was like the UFC had other plans for him, and it looked like those plans were UFC Liverpool. That was a huge event, so maybe that's why the UFC didn't really want him to fight Kamaru Usman at the time, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Darren Till wanted the fight. Darren Till was talking about Ponzinibbio, Mike Perry, motherfucking. I don't even care if he's ranked. I don't care if he's unranked. If the fans want to see the fight, I want to fight. Darren Till, that's what I like. One of the things I like about Darren Till. So yeah, with that being said, man, it is what it is. Let the Full Time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And this is the hardest working MMA channel on YouTube. We provide daily updates, predictions, betting advice. We do songs. We do fantasy fights. We've interviewed Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, Bruce Lachmedio, and Felony Charles Bennett, all in just 1 year as an MMA channel. We're one of the fastest growing MMA channels on the net, but we're still small, so make sure you guys go check out the Full-Time MMA Dojo if you want to learn how you can become a full-time MMA black belt. And while you're there, you can see where this MMA channel started from, some of the goals we have for the channel, and even more cool videos just like this one if you enjoyed it. So thanks again to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're just lurking and this is your first time seeing a video, appreciate that as well. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.